Welcome back to Nobby on Cars. This could be Ireland's most affordable brand new car. Not the first time I've had the 2024 version of the new Suzuki Swift on the channel, but this is the Motion trim, which is cheaper again. That's right, €21,500 for a brand new Suzuki Swift. The thing about this car is it's so unbelievably well spec'd. When you look at the daytime running lights that are LED, the two-tone grille, this is kind of a greeny, yellowy colour depending on whether you're colourblind or not. You will get 16-inch alloy wheels as standard. The Ultra version gets polished versions, but you still get alloy wheels for the price. The back of the car is just as cool and funky. In fact, I'd urge you to buy a Swift if you're interested in one in a really bright colour. You've got a manual or a CVT gearbox, hybrid. It's a mild hybrid, but it's a hybrid nonetheless. These really bright, crisp running lights on the back of the car. You get a wiper. Some companies are charging more for that. And your fog light is in the lower part of the car. It still looks like a Swift. I don't think you'd look at it and go, what the hell is that? The original Swiftie, folks. 265 litres in the boot. How many of those boxes could you fit in for context to give you an idea of what I'm talking about? Underneath the floor, well, there's a little bit of space. You get a gunky kit to get yourself mobile again should you get a flat tyre, but a very usable boot for a city car. As you can see, fitting a child seat and having space for them in the back won't be a problem. Plenty of neck support with the really tall headrests. The windows do sit a little bit high on the shoulder of the door, so smaller kids might have a bit of an issue with that. And there isn't anywhere to charge things. There's no armrest, but there is plenty of space for feet down below, as you can see here. But none of that really matters because it's a brand new car for €21,500 in Ireland. Up front, again, it's quite surprising how much stuff you get for the price. It's manual aircon, but you still get a screen. It feels like climate control. You just can't manage the exact temperature. You get a large display screen with sat-nav, a reversing camera. Again, these things can be options on far more expensive cars. And there's some needles in the instruments, and the driver monitoring system is behind old school stalks, which do make life a little bit finicky for getting at, but you've got loads of physical buttons on the steering wheel. This thing has radar cruise control for €21,500. This is the entry spec version of the car. It has heated seats, a 5-speed gearbox, some USB-C charging cable ports down here, a 12 volt, plenty of space. It doesn't have a sunroof, but it's €21,500. And the seats are reasonably comfortable as well for what you get for the price. I've already done an extensive drive in this car in Bordeaux earlier on in the year, obviously, but I just wanted to try it out on Irish roads because you always get a better sense when you're in your own territory, when you know the comfortable roads that you're familiar with and just the surroundings of what you're familiar with. It's just how efficient this thing is. I've seen the fuel economy figure at 3.5 litres per 100 kilometers. So not only should this car be really, really affordable to buy with a good warranty, and really Suzuki reliability is something that is hard to find. There's less things to go wrong on these cars, and that fuel efficiency is really, really, really good. If you like cars that are kind of small to maneuver, light steering, easy cars to park, they're all things that will just be a joy to you if you're not someone who wants a large SUV or a big crossover. If you like feeling a bit more connected with the car and the road because you're sitting lower down in it, then the Suzuki Swift will be something that you'll enjoy driving. You could argue that it's a little bit underpowered at a little over 80 brake horsepower. It's not the heaviest car in the world. It's worth remembering that as well. But yes, the 3-cylinder will make a bit of noise when you try and overtake vehicles or you're labouring up some steep inclines, things like that. But overall, actually, it's a fine car to just cruise along in, not take life too seriously in, and get to A to B in relative comfort with plenty, and I really do mean plenty, of safety tech on board, because the amount of stuff that you get as standard in this car for a driving aid point of view, like the fact that it has radar, cruise control, for sitting on motorways, letting the car do all the heavy lifting for you, it's really brilliant. I'm not joking when I say I get to test some really expensive cars on this channel, and they have 25% of the standard equipment that you're getting on this Motion version of the Suzuki. So, last time we filmed this, there was an embargo. The car wasn't going to really appear on the ground until April. Time has moved on. We're into almost August now. So if you're interested in one of these cars, you can now go test drive in your dealership because they have landed. And if you want value for money, you really won't do wrong with this latest version of the all-new Suzuki Swift. I can't help but love it. And yes, the price is obviously a factor. It's even beautifully guiding me along these country lanes, which aren't particularly well marked, but the car is able to read them and gently guide you and assist with the steering. It's just such a cool, affordable little car. Welcome back, Swiftie. I don't want to labour the point, but again, for the price, 1.2 petrol engine, just over 80 brake horsepower, 5-speed manual gearbox. There is a CVT automatic if you want. That'll cost you a little bit extra. But really for the package, if you need a second car, your first car, a city car, it is very hard to look beyond the all-new Swift, because it just offers so much for the price. And it's all about value when it comes to cars in Ireland these days, because a lot of the time value is something that's hard to find. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're on your second or third at this stage Suzuki Swift. Thank you for coming with me this far in the video. Thank you to my 9-year-old camera assistant Faye, who helped out on the channel today as well. Talk to you in the next one.